Okay, so I just want to go over a little bit about some of the things I'm doing to detail the inside of the car. Um, so all these 47s and other years, of course, came with this wood grain. You can kind of see what this is with the original wood grain. It shows like a very green wood grain look for the dash. Uh, I struggle with what I'm going to do to try to make it look better than it did. I don't think I'll ever get back to where it was originally. So when I'm reading on the Heck Club forums and other places, what they did with this wood grain is they wood grained the metal, and then they would stamp it and form it after it was wood grained, uh, and then put it in the car. So you can buy wood grain kits. You can buy the rollers. You can buy the ink. You can do all that stuff. I saw it online and on YouTube. There's really cool applicators they have out there that make it look somewhat originally. But honestly, I don't see myself doing that. Not for the whole dash. Not without tearing the whole thing out and trying to do it from scratch. And I don't think even with all that, I'd actually get back to what it looked like originally. So I have decided I'm just going to do what I can to try to clean up what I have. Now, this is the after photo. And when I did it, I pulled my speedometer part out along with my glove box to kind of see it before and after. So what I found the best thing I can do with cleaning this up is I took my Dremel tool and I pretty much used a little, what I call a steel wool cup attachment. That was pretty ratty because I used it up pretty well. I used this on the chrome around the speedometer. That cleaned up really, really well and got rid of, you can kind of see it really easily from they look the same when I took them out. So this, I don't know if it's oxidization or whatever it is that makes this look dull like that, and it has this green pitting. But that steel brush took that right off and cleaned it up nice. And then after I did that, I went back over it with just some turtle wax and shined it up. So now it doesn't look like brand new, but it looks better for sure. And the same thing with the wood grain. I went over this with just mine's pretty scratched up. That was like that before I started doing anything to it. So the glove box looks better with scratches. But you'll see in the glove box, if you look real close, you can see these like kind of raised rust spots everywhere. So I knocked that down with just some steel wool. I tried using some Dremel tools. Do not use this one. That's too harsh. I scratched up pretty good with that one. And these black ones like this are worthless. These are just for cleaning out little spots. They're not quite as hard as steel wool or the steel ones. These work pretty good, but honestly, just taking some steel wool to it did a better job, and we'll do it faster. And since I have to do a whole dash, kind of makes more sense. So I just took some steel wool to it, and it does look better. And then went back over with some turtle wax. We got a little bit of a shine to it at least. So I think that's probably the best I can do with what I have. And so you decide for yourself. This is before and kind of the after. It looks a little nicer. It's shinier, so it'll look better in the car. And knocked off some of this kind of rust feel to it. I did go over with some acetone first too to just clean the whole thing up, and that seemed to help. So this is my kind of before and my kind of after shot. Not a ton different, but it is better, and it is a little an improvement, I think. So anything I can do to make it look a little nicer inside is what I'm going to do. Anybody else has some good ideas, what they've tried in the past, what works for them? I know people that the big thing for chrome is it just takes some coke to it. It didn't seem to work for me. I tried a bunch of different stuff. I tried a bunch of different attachments for my Dremel. The Dremel was pretty much useless, I think, even with all the polishing stuff and all of the wheels and all that stuff. Honestly, when it come right down to it, the easiest and fastest thing to do was just took steel wool and some turtle wax. That seemed to do the best job, except for the chrome. The chrome was pretty nice to do with the steel cup, like I said. Like I said, it does look better. It doesn't look great, but it looks better, and that's about as good as I think I'm going to be able to get it. Again, anybody have any ideas or any hints or tidbits that they've used in the past that work for them? Let me know. Thanks.